here at Nervous Rex with Nikki Howard and Sydney Mailer, two beautiful, attractive women that have their own podcast called
Sorry, Mom. Yep.
That's a good name.
Thank you.
Why are you apologizing to your mom? Because you guys get a little dirty?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of dick talk.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you were just talking about, can you imagine which president?
George Washington. I was trying to imagine George Washington having sex for some reason. Don't ask me why that popped in my head, but I was like, I just can't picture it.
Okay, is it because you've never seen a photograph of him?
No, it's because I've seen
on
a
money.
photograph of him.
He's on money.
Oh, yeah, but that's a drawing. Wait, okay, so he was the first president, if I'm not mistaken. This isn't a history lesson, y'all.
Yeah.
He was the first president of the United States, so there was
wore
no
the-
photographs then.
Right. That's true.
So he was a drawing. So I can't picture him fucking, no.
No, yeah. Well, even the photograph,
Right.
does he take the wig off?
Oh, right.
And
Back then they were
put it
doing-
down. And
Absolutely. Or he does the power
Do
move
they fuck with the wig
of
on and the
fucking
wig-
with it on.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it kind of slides on
Yeah.
and off, and the
He's
woman
like-
grabs his hair, and it's a mess.
God damn it.
All right, so
I feel
we're
like
off to a good start.
Yeah. I feel like people like that do weirder shit though.
Yeah, people
like people
in
that
power.
you can't like. Oh, I couldn't see that person fucking. That's the person that always has like some weird little boy in the corner or something like that.
Yeah,
That's what I feel like.
Yeah, the people in power are the freakiest ones.
Yeah.
Or the really famous, like you hear these stories about guys who just get all the, chicks forever and then they turn to like other weird shit for sex because they have anything they
They've
want.
done everything.
So George Washington probably,
He was probably like commissioning
what other
people.
presidents? Abe Lincoln
Yeah.
probably was more of a, I think didn't fuck as much. He was probably more of a spiritual man, but I bet he had a big dick because he was like 6'7".
He was huge. Yeah, I bet he. You know what? I think here's my theory. This is not. I'll preface
Let's hear
this
it.
by saying this is not historically accurate whatsoever.
Okay.
I have a theory that he might have been in love with an African American woman.
I love where this is going.
And he was like, I cannot deal with slavery anymore.
Maybe he fell in
see that.
love. And he
Let
said,
Ethel go.
Yeah.
That's her hypothetical name.
I love where your brain's going.
Thank you. I mean,
What other presidents had a big dick?
Clinton.
For sure. Because he was the first black president, really.
That's right.
He was, let's be honest.
He was just sticking it wherever it would go.
Yeah, I wonder if Monica Lewinsky ever talked about the size of his penis.
I think
He just had he had big dick energy.
he sure did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He just looked like he was always stoned.
Swaggy.
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, Trump probably has a little dick.
Yeah.
Because he's
Yeah.
overcompensating.
Yeah.
Do you girls notice certain men's energy? Like, could you look
Absolutely.
at a guy and you don't have to look at the package? Like, you could be like, oh, that dude's packing heat based on his energy. Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
I
for
find
sure.
that with lesbians.
What, they have big dicks?
No, they have big dick energy. Like if you ever see like a swaggy lesbian,
Oh,
they
that's true,
really do
yeah.
have big dick energy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I saw one yesterday.
They
She
got
had a
big-
yellow hat. I was like, oof.
That's big
What do
dick
you call-
slang and energy.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a joke I'm trying to remember. What do you call a lesbian with big fingers? Well endowed, or something like that. Anyway, yeah,
not bad.
There's certain women. I think I said it wrong.
Yeah.
There's
don't get it.
certain women that
What do
are
you mean
more
you don't
men
get
than
it?
men
Yes.
because they use their finger as a penis.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, I
certain
see,
women
yeah.
that are lesbians that have. I feel like you can't. Am I allowed to say lesbian anymore? What words can you say?
I don't think
Lesbian's
you
okay?
can
I
say
think you can say
dyke
lesbian.
anymore. I think
Okay.
that's a bad one. So
Okay.
don't. You maybe edit
But
that.
like les might not be okay.
Lesies.
Lesbian. Lesbians that are the man in the relationship have
Yeah.
extreme confidence.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, they get feisty.
they're spicy.
They
They're
sure are.
scary.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty
yeah.
hot though. Like like big dick slanging like a lesbian that's like super hot and like.
But usually,
just
are they
has
hot? Or are they
it.
the man, the hot one's the girl in the relationship?
But that's kind of
usually?
hot. Like it's kind of like the Ruby Rose thing. Like I
Who's
followed
Ruby
somebody
Rose?
last night that I was
She's
like,
a
holy
famous
shit,
lesbian
you're a good looking
actress.
lesbian.
She's not just a famous. She's an
Yeah,
actress.
she was in like Orange Is the New Black.
Oh, I've
she was
never
in
seen
like
that show.
Yeah.
I missed that
pretty.
one.
she's
Okay.
really pretty, but she's
And
like
she's
has
out
like
of
short
closet
hair,
lesbian.
like a little bit like.
Okay.
She's like a lipstick lesbian. There's a
Yeah,
lot of,
she's a little more
there's
lipstick
So many
than-
lanes in lesbianism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
there's-
with gay. There's like bears and
Yeah,
fucking
bears.
twinks or I don't know.
You know what a pillow princess is?
No.
I just learned this. A pillow princess is like a girl who's not really a lesbian, but she just lays there and like lets it happen to her because she's pretty and she just lays there and she's like, look, I'm not in this, but I'm not going to say no or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, pillow
Very
princess.
I wonder what that's
submissive.
called for dudes though, because I know that gay dudes like turn straight guys all the time.
Well, I got a
or
couple
like
gay
it's fine,
friend-
you can just suck my dick.
I got a couple of gay friends that tell me that's the thing they want to do is
Yeah.
turn a straight guy out as
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
mission.
I
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah, interesting.
That sounds like
power
a girl,
struggle.
Yeah.
Did
like,
you know? Do you want to hear something weird?
Yeah.
Okay. So my mom was dating this guy, and my uncle's gay.
Before your dad?
Before my dad.
Okay.
currently?
And my mom's dating this guy, and my uncle is gay, and so he would always try to turn my mom and my aunt's boyfriends And apparently it was like a pretty high statistic. It was like 8 out of 10
Was
would
this
like
back in the
let
80s?
him suck their dick.
This is back in the 80s.
Yeah.
So cocaine and no social media was involved.
Yeah.
Can I hit the vape?
So then my mom ended up walking in on my uncle and her current boyfriend, and they're still together.
Wait,
Wow.
a gay couple?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My mom doesn't give a fuck.
That's
but
amazing.
That's a
isn't that
love
crazy?
Story.
Yeah.
That's like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and good for your mom for being like, this was meant
And
to
very
be.
open-minded.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
That's a beautiful
yeah.
story.
Wow.
I feel like everyone has a gay uncle. I had a gay uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a normal thing. There's always one, because if you think about it, I think 10% of the population's gay, so you're going to have a family relative
Only
somewhere.
10?
Yeah.
That's what I think that's the statistic, that 10% of the population is
Okay.
gay.
Wow.
Probably more so in this area of
Yeah.
Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
I
And I'm from
guess.
San Francisco, so I
Oh,
was
yeah.
You're
exposed to
heavy.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like where I'm from, it's like the gloves are off. There's
Yeah.
gay, transsexual, every race you could imagine. So I was exposed to like the whole world. So I travel through the country on tour, and you see some places that are just real white or real. And I'm like, man, where I grew up was just everything, which
Yeah.
is I like that.
Yeah.
Because nothing's shocking to me. I remember moving to
Yeah.
New York. I'm like, I can handle this.
Well, and you're less biased that way too, because then like you see everything. You're like, oh no, this is fine. When
Yeah.
like other people would judge it. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because
Yeah.
you're like, I see this shit all the time. It's totally fine.
How do you guys
Somebody
feel
else
about-
is freaking out about it.
How do you guys feel about this homeless thing that's going on? It's a big topic. It's out of control. Right outside here,
Yeah.
I feel sorry. It's sad. It's tragic, but it's becoming like an epidemic. What's your guys' take on this crazy homeless situation that it's just so
We
overpopulated?
should do
with-
something about the human defecation problem
That's
in
what
Los
I'm saying.
Angeles.
There's so many
A lot of
things.
people pooping on the streets.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
bad
it's getting
news.
bad. In Santa Monica, Venice, where I live, it's out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the end game is, like what to do. I listened to a podcast with Dr. Drew, and he was saying they're going to have to call FEMA because the state won't do anything about it. And I'm just noticing it rapidly increasing. And I think I saw in the last 5 years, it's doubled from 40,000 to 80,000.
Whoa.
Would you guys date one of these homeless men? Or sleep with them? No, right?
I don't
no.
think so.
Okay.
But I've
Is
been
there- have you
asked
ever seen a
out by a
good-looking-
lot of homeless people,
Well,
which is
you guys are
weird.
beautiful girls walking around.
No, I know, not in that way, but they'll be like doing something normal and then like ask for money and then be like,
Take a date instead.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you just said you're homeless, and they're like, oh well, I actually have like a house and I'm getting a record deal.
right.
And I'm like, okay, so you're not homeless. I think there's a lot of like half and half homeless out here.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think there's also a lot of homeless that really enjoy being home.
That's
like,
a big
enjoy
point.
being home. We're in the most beautiful state with the
True.
best weather. Like,
Yeah,
why?
this
If
is
you're
where
gonna
you
be
come.
homeless, come here.
This is where
You
you're
know?
going to come do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to like run the drug scene and like
No,
do
they
all
like
of
it.
that,
They're attracted to the street because they've
Yeah,
even
it's-
said they said that on the podcast that they've like tried to build housing for them and a place to go. And they're like, I don't want to go. Like, we like
Yeah.
this.
we like,
So,
yeah.
So what are you going to
It's
do?
a community.
It is a community
I-
which
yeah.
we all need.
I think they need
Yeah.
bathrooms. I think we need public bathrooms.
My buddy just
That-
was saying that.
that would be great,
Because
yeah.
it's like, that's a human right.
Yeah.
It's a disease. Well, because we're gonna have there's a like it could become a disease problem.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
Through squirrels and rats and everything, we
Oh,
can
yeah.
all get forget what the disease is called, but it's like it could be a plague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so what's the craziest catcalling that's ever happened to you, Sydney? First, what's the craziest thing?
This is going to be good.
Like, or what's a common one that
recently-
you hear? Recently, yeah, like, hey
Ish.
girl, like you bring that sugar on this side of the society or whatever. That was a let me try a couple.
Yeah.
Hey, sugar bumps, what's your sign? Or like
Sugar bumps.
Yeah. Hey, curvatures, would you please marinate my marsupials? What is the weird one?
I mean,
That's a
that,
good
that was
one.
the last one was good.
Would you be like, oh, that's original? What's your like?
I would at
you
least
ever
smile
respond
and
to
be
a
like,
catcall?
yeah, totally.
But you would never be like, oh, hey, dude, like
No,
catcalling's a
absolutely not.
dying art form.
No.
Yeah, I think it needs more. I think people need more like
Creativity
Yeah,
about it.
you
Be
know?
more creative. At least then I'll give you a smile and a like, that was funny at least, you know? All right.
Yeah.
What do you hear? Give me a common one, or what's one you've heard recently?
Well, I was going to say the most recent intense one that I had was somebody like chased me down the street. He was driving.
Oh Jesus!
Pulled his car over
Yeah.
and parked, got out of the car, walked down, like met me. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm not going on a date with you. I don't know what to tell you. Got back in the car, drove his car next to me, like would
I
not
give him
give
credit
up.
for
Yeah, he
was-
really fucking
really
tried.
Well,
but
because some men are intimidated. You guys are beautiful women, and a lot of men. I bet you the ones you're interested in are probably the ones that you're like, come say something to me, motherfucker, and they're too
Yeah,
scared.
they're the ones that don't.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of how it works? I know
Little
on the
bit.
other side of the spectrum, like any girl that would roll up to me is not usually one. I'd be like, oh, yeah, it's not really. I'm the man. Let me be the hunter
Mm-hmm.
here. But I can imagine. What's the weirdest cat call you've heard?
This happened to me the other day. It's so weird that the driving thing. I was on the 405. You know when the downhill when you're going into the valley,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's like everybody's speeding.
Yeah.
This guy pulls up next to me and like we're driving. He's rolling down his window and I can see him out of my peripherals. I'm like, this motherfucker is not trying to talk to me right.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, you got nice teeth.
Oh.
Like, let me, and like doing like a smile situation. Like he was smiling so that I would smile
Interesting
back.
comment.
Yeah.
I was like, and I'm like passing it and he's speeding up and
It's
I
Isn't that
dangerous.
always interesting?
Very
Like the
dangerous.
sign language that people do when they're driving next to you to hit on you.
I was like, I know
And
he's
it's a
not asking for
talent.
directions right now.
I remember when I first moved out here, there was these things people had in their car that was like different cue cards that would say something like, "Hey, you're cute," or
Wow.
like, "What's your name?" or something. And this friend
That's
of mine
original.
had it, and it was like a Rolodex thing, a big block of
Wow.
like words, and it would be like 20 things that you'd say to somebody. But
What?
those, yeah, they had
I've never
those.
heard of that.
Yeah,
That's
well, you're
pretty
too
great.
young. I'm what you call an ancient wizard. So I'm from the olden
What
days.
you call-
George Washington was my boy.
Yeah.
Sure.
I had sex with George Washington. His wig fell off.
His wig fell off. It was a whole thing.
So those are some bad ones.
Yeah.
Was there ever a good one? Was there ever a guy that was hot that cat called you and you ended up going on a date? Or is this? I can't imagine it ever working.
No,
The struggle of being a beautiful girl.
I've never had that.
You know, me and my friend. I'm sorry to cut you off. I got to work on that.
It's okay. I was done.
Okay, and you're pontificating.
I'm
over
pondering,
there.
so.
Me and my friend call it the curse of the Grand Medina, and I'll explain. A Medina is a beautiful woman. A Grand Medina is like the most beautiful woman from her town. So
Sure.
she's cursed because she's so beautiful that she's constantly being treated differently by girls, and because she's so hot that it's a conundrum. You girls are in the Grand Medina category. What's it like?
Oh, thanks.
thank you.
I mean,
it's good.
yeah,
cool.
there you go.
It's
Good
cool.
answer, good answer.
Actually, I like to. You know what? I think a lot of girls, especially, feel really threatened. Like if you know what I mean. Like there's a certain. I don't know. A lot of girls can be like, "Oh, like she's probably a bitch. You know, it's just like a mentality. Because when you see someone, you automatically assume that they're a certain way, and so
Right.
I always try and go out of my way to like make a fool out of myself immediately. Like I wear stupid shirts. I'm like,
Right.
I really try and be like, hey,
You're a silly
I'm
goose.
approachable.
I try and be
Yeah.
as much of a silly goose as possible so that people
Yeah.
don't just
Diffuses the situation.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Sydney's got. You try.
I go back and forth between like trying and not. What do you mean by try?
Well, sometimes you'll be
Oh,
like,
are you guys gonna fight?
No.
No.
Okay, that was almost
Do you want us to
confrontational.
fight?
Yeah, I would love to watch you guys fight right now, and I want to break it up, and we can all.
What do you mean?
there's
Like
we'll
I
get
try
a hose
like
out here.
Yeah, let's
like
do that.
I'll get dressed.
No. Like I could see you trying, but your energy level is so low just as a state. So like
Yeah.
when you're excited, like if Sydney won the lottery, she'd just be like, I won the lottery.
I wish I could be more.
And
like
then like
Sydney.
if her dog died, she'd be like, my dog died.
No,
Yeah.
I
You know,
wish I
it's
could
very-
be that. You're on a baseline, nice, because that's where people try so hard, including myself, to get to a place where you are naturally. It's like a chemical, not imbalance. It's a chemical balance, I guess, in your
Yeah.
brain that makes you just very neutral, which I am jealous of because
Yeah.
I'm peaks and
Thank you.
valleys.
Yeah.
Or is it because we're Jewish?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it is.
You just have anxiety.
Well, you know what I just found out that's a fact is that you download trauma from up to 3 generations ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you download like your grandparents' trauma. So we have like Jewish
Yeah,
angst
we have, like,
in our DNA.
World War
and that's actually a
II.
proven fact.
That's fascinating.
So you have like European non-Jew DNA that's more relaxed because you weren't being, sent off to the slaughterhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Wow.
I don't know. That's just a theory.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm not a.
I think it's
I'm not
kind of a
smart man.
downplay thing too, though. Like because at least you guys are fucking talking constantly, both of you.
What is that supposed to mean? What are you
I
talking
don't
It's
know
a
about?
what
good. Well, it's a good thing though. Like I had to really like when I got out of high school, I had to really like learn how to be more like, okay, so this is excited, so this is what
Right.
this is,
Yeah.
so that you can communicate with people because
Yeah.
otherwise everyone's just like, are you fine? I went to the doctors actually.
You're both fine.
And they had like the little heart monitor on me.
Uh-huh.
I'm like sitting there and I'm just like quiet and I'm like, okay, so like this is
so
happening.
jealous.
And then
The
all of a
lowest
sudden my
heart
heart rate is 125.
Why?
But the
They showed
lady's
you a
like,
picture of me? Sorry. Did you spit your drink out? Did I just give a spit take?
Very close.
That was good.
My LaCroix.
Oh my God. Is it LaCroix or LaCroix? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Anyone know is it LaCroix? Okay, anyway, we get the point. You almost spit out your LaCroix.
My LaCroix.
is it good? That one's flavored,
It's
huh?
fine. There's no
Apple
sugar in
cranberry.
it.
How's your
That's
coffee,
good.
Sydney Mailer?
It's fine. It's good. Nikki got this for me today for my birthday.
You guys are a good duo.
Little sweetie.
Thanks.
You guys are a really good
Yeah.
duo. You guys have a good energy together, and because of your neurotic Jewishness and your mellow mellow.
Yeah.
We balance each other very well.
You guys
I
are a
think
good
so.
couple.
Yeah.
We get things done this way.
You really
it's
do.
true.
Yeah.
She wears the pants in
What?
most of the situations.
But I'm scared of her most of the time as well. So there's that.
wears
It's
the
kind of like, do you know how like the woman's in charge, but really when it comes to brass tacks, the man's in charge?
That's exactly right. Like
Yeah.
I do the stuff.
Right.
Like I make the things happen, but you.
But if I'm like,
We're not
I'm
doing
like,
that.
everything is good, everything, whatever you want, babe. But
it's
then as
so
soon
not
as it's
true.
like, oh no, we're not doing that, then it's like, sorry, dad said we couldn't do it, you know?
Holy
Right.
shit, the other day, I was like, are you going to get the coffee? And she was like, I could get the coffee. I was like,
I was not even giving you attitude.
I have
Was
time.
that a text or was it vocal?
No, it was on
It was
the
a
phone.
phone.
I was like, I
Oh.
have time. I can get the coffee. She's like, it's fine. I can get it. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
that
my
was her
fucking
being- that was
God.
her being sassy.
I was like, if I show up without the coffee, is this going to be a thing?
Right.
I wasn't even being sassy.
You're like, it's fine,
I got
I'll
the
get it.
coffee just fine.
She's like, here's your coffee. I
Here's
was
your
like, oh.
fucking coffee.
Here we
No, it was
fucking
great.
go.
So do you guys wake up and the first thing in your mind is coffee? Because that's why I am like that. So I'm trying to like not drink it because I will wake up and it's just like coffee. Or do you guys wake up and think male penis? Or do you guys wake up and think I need to work? Or do you guys wake up and think I need to watch a movie? Like, what do you think? Sorry, I'm going crazy.
I'm going to say coffee, and then like I have to post something because we do social. So
Right, you guys do
like
it
that's
well.
not the best for our mental health and
Right.
stuff
I
like
don't
that.
do
Just
that.
like as soon as you wake up. That's because you wake up at the crack of dawn.
I do, but
Thank God.
I don't go on
for
my
you.
phone like when I first wake up.
I try.
Yeah.
I'm working on that too. What I
Yeah.
do is I try to go like an hour without looking at my phone. So what
Yeah.
I do now is I keep it on airplane mode, and so that way I don't see a message. And I got an alarm clock in my room, so I don't look at my phone to see what time it is and get
That's a good one.
engaged.
Yeah.
So I bought the old school digital alarm clock, so I don't get sucked into
that.
the phone right away. And I give myself about an hour, and I have to force myself to do it to just kind of have like a little.
It's so important.
It's because I'm an addictive personality and I want to
Yeah.
get on my phone and see what's going on and
Yeah.
I deleted all the news off my phone. I mean, I'm fucking crazy. Like I quit things all the time, but I'm like a guinea pig. I just try to control my vices.
It's
you know?
just a habit. It's
Yeah.
all
Good, though.
habitual. Like it just, they said what, like 30 days or something to start a
Yeah,
habit.
that's true.
It's just make sure you consistently do it, and then I don't ever think about looking at my phone.
Well, I just did a 30-day Instagram detox, and after about 5 or 6 days, I stopped even looking to my phone. But the first few days was this triggered
Yeah.
response where I just kept going mindlessly to look. I was like, oh yeah, and then I would think, oh, I should shoot this. It could be a funny thing. I'm like, why can't you just not make it about you and enjoy it, you fucking weirdo? And it was a good detox.
Yeah.
A 30-day Instagram detox. But I
feel like I would get addicted to that though. Almost addicted to
To the
not
detox?
doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You'd be like, this is fucking great.
Yeah. Because I
I'm
feel
just
like I get
living
so
my life.
resentful about my phone anyways to a degree where like you're just
Yeah.
upset that you're on it all the time kind of.
Yeah, it's an
But you
issue.
kind of need to be on it.
Do you guys
for
suffer
shit
from
we do.
phone separation anxiety? Too short to explain to me that it's
No.
called phone separation anxiety. Like if you don't have it, or like in a moment of weakness or boredom, do you find yourself? Because I do this. Like if I'm just sitting there and like I'll mindlessly just be like, and I'll just look at my phone like, what am I doing? Like why can't I just be with myself for a minute? Do you do that?
Interesting.
I could see that, yeah. But like, would I have separation anxiety? Like, if they took our phones away, I think that we have shit that entertains
Yeah,
us.
we'd
like,
be fine. You know what would be a
because
problem?
we have like
Together.
game. No, we
Right.
have like
Oh.
she does crosswords. I do like
Yeah.
Sudoku and shit. I
On
have
the paper or on
Yes.
the phone?
on,
No, on
paper.
You
Yeah.
ancient wizards.
Hard
Yeah.
copies.
Oh, I was the ancient wizard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
We're all ancient wizards
Yeah.
now.
I have a bag of entertainment.
Yeah,
it's like a
That
book
could be taken
and
in a
like
lot of ways. Now, okay, I'm trying to think. During this Me Too movement, is it men are less? Do guys approach less because they're afraid of getting in trouble? Do you notice? Because it kind of feels like guys are all grounded right now. Like, oh, don't be a creep. So do you find that men are less aggressive?
Creepy?
I don't
in
think
this
to
Me Too
us.
movement?
Well, I think we're
Not online, like leaving comments, like in the wild, out in the world.
in the wild.
I mean, it's pretty much to say people don't usually approach me
Yeah.
too much anyway.
Why? Because you look like you'll slap the shit out of them?
I guess so. I
Yeah.
don't
You
know.
look like a spicy Latina.
Thank you.
That's a compliment.
I'm just like a nervous Jew.
Right.
Just in disguise.
But you know what I'm saying? You look like
Yeah.
you'll haul off on somebody.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that.
Yeah, people don't
isn't
approach
it weird?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get approached that much either
Yeah,
on the
you
streets
don't.
unless it's like a cat call. Like
Right.
other than that, like
or a guy pulling up his car 7 different directions.
yeah,
Right.
which is like very extreme. It's either really extreme or not at all.
Right.
Which is.
Do you ever
I
get
feel
like a guy looking at you and then you catch them interested and then they're scared and look the other way and then you instinctively think, what a little pussy. He's a bitch. He will not have sex with me like a man.
Ooh. Ooh, no, but now I will.
Yeah, now
right?
I
Because
will.
I've thought about this too. It's like
So you just keep making eye contact then?
Well,
That's
no,
even
Well, it
no.
depends. If the guy,
if you're as intimidated by it, you're like, he's not going to handle.
no,
Oh, true.
But I do think like I have thought that if like I make eye contact with somebody and I'll make eye contact back and they don't approach me, you're done. You're cut after that.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
you didn't come up.
That's
I know,
what
but
I mean. So
yeah.
naturally, you're like, he will not protect me. He will not be a man when needed to be because
Yeah.
he just bitched out at the simplest thing, which is like
I gave
stay
you the
with-
green light, you didn't come.
Right.
So
he didn't come.
Yeah.
So God, that was too easy.
you know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
have the
up for
brain of a
that.
7th grader.
Oh, jeez.
But is this? So am I crazy for thinking that? Bless you.
That
That
was a
theory
burp,
of
but-
mine of a man
No.
showing weakness. You just approved of it.
I don't.
never thought about it?
I never thought about it. I always just try and fuck with people that like I can tell they're about to. If someone, it usually happens in the car, maybe because there's like a barrier, but
Yeah.
people will like do like a roll down the window so they could just drive off if it doesn't work. I think like a
Yeah.
quick getaway.
People are a lot, or it's like people have brave thumbs. I call it. Like people will text some shit
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
never say in person, or a comment or
yeah.
something that's like maybe
Yeah,
in
like
person.
let me
they
lick
would
your
never-
butthole or whatever the comments that Sydney gets. They're very funny.
Wait,
Like,
you don't get those too?
not usually.
Right.
People are like, I'd like to invite you to my sister's wedding.
Oh, no.
I'd like to take you on a nice date.
People are like, I want to, I want to do weird stuff to your butt. That's what they say to Sydney. It's
Yeah.
fun. I love looking at her comments.
Yeah, I
I
got
would
fun
love
comments.
to see. Can we? I mean, I don't want to get too personal. Can you just read one crazy comment? Let's just go into your DMs
How
real
about
quick.
the guy that always? What's his
Let's
name?
just read one out
He's
loud.
back.
Steve
Just- you don't have to
Johnson?
show
Steve
it to-
Johnson.
Who's
So
that?
Steven, his
Steve-
name's Steve Johnson.
Steve
Well, don't-
Johnson.
this
And
poor
he
man.
texts- he
Sounds like there's
messages
8,000
me.
Steve Johnsons out there, so he'll probably
Yeah.
be okay.
He messages me every single day and he asks if I'm single or married and if he could take me out. And I messaged him back like a bunch of times. And I'm like, dude, I told you I'm single. I don't. He's like an older guy, obviously, but it's become like this running joke that now like my followers are getting in on it too. Like
Well, that's
he
a-
missed a day yesterday and everyone
Oh,
was
now
like,
you're like, what-
where's
you're like, what-
Steve?
Steve
Is he
Johnson.
okay? Like, where is he?
I like this.
Da-da-da.
Oh, he's playing the long game. Now. This man is playing the long. Now you miss him. First,
I
he was a
know.
nuisance.
Well, yeah, but now
he's
it's
on your
like
mind.
now he's a thing.
So while you find one, a good comment in the DMs, talk about this long game. My friend has a theory called TRG, time release game, which is a long game, which is like you're not going to go for the throat right away. You want to kind of get in the friend zone and then you go for the throat. How do you feel about that? Would you rather a man be out the gate like this is what it is, or because once you become in the friend zone, then you're in the friend zone and it's hard to get out of that? Is
Well,
it different for?
I think it's like right away, like if you got BDE, if you got vibes, like
What's
you're
big dick energy?
yeah, if you're gonna like sense the vibes right away, you can tell is this gonna happen or is it not.
Right.
If there's like even a slight chance that it could eventually happen, the long game will work. But if right away you're just like this is not ever gonna work, like if one person, like if the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I feel like that's a long
It's a long game.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this day and age of short attention span, you don't have time to be playing games. It's like, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Did you find a good comment yet?
You know, there's a lot of comments.
Let's just
I
read
feel
any
like
random one.
Nikki should do it.
Oh, you know what? We forgot to
Nikki
set the
finds
timer.
Great one.
You have to go to a
Oh,
photo
shit.
shoot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the timer now for you to leave at, give you 30 minutes to get there at 2 o'clock, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's what? Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
This fucking bitch.
Set timer for 15 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's South African man. I got.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, Siri.
I heard you could get DJ Khaled to do it. Someone told me
I don't
that.
think I need I don't need any more DJ
That's
Khaled
a lot
in
of
my
yelling.
life. Yeah. So, are you scrolling the hell out down there?
One
Yeah,
time,
I don't know
I'll tell you a
Okay.
funny story. One time, Sydney, do you remember that Halloween where you wore a Native American outfit? And
Yeah.
it was right around the time of the whole cultural appropriation was
Right.
getting
Yeah.
big. It was my favorite thing. I just sat there and read all of the comments.
Well, how many Native Americans are out there really saying? Is it other people
No, I
that
think it
weren't
was white
Native?
people.
Oh, yeah, they're
Yeah,
the
it
ones
was-
that always get offended.
yeah,
for
oh,
no reason.
super.
White people.
All these white people,
So, what were some of the comments?
they were so mad.
Oh, really? So you can't dress as anything cute anymore. You can't be. Could you,
You can't be a slutty Native American.
Right.
You
No.
can't be like
What
You
can
can't
you
wear a
be?
headdress. I also got yelled at for braiding my hair. Apparently, I'm stealing
Hoop
black girls'
earrings are
hair,
bad.
Right.
which I don't think is cool.
Right.
you can't wear.
Listen, I can braid my hair. Fuck
Yeah, you
you.
should be able to
okay?
braid your hair.
I can do whatever I
can't
want.
You do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
Sydney. God
Yeah.
damn it.
I just
You're
love-
your own woman.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And your very neutral energy is allowed to do what it wants.
That's right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Because people
And-
can't tell if you're mad or not because
Right.
you're just.
Yeah, I'm so.
I have anxiety just thinking about the fact that I'm not like that.
It's so crazy.
I don't like it. Do you find yourself getting more like crazy, like neurotic Jewish as you get older?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I
don't think it gets better. I think we turn into our
worse.
parents.
And I think we slowly develop like a New York accent over time. I feel that.
What the fuck you talking about?
I feel like as I get
what was it, Italian?
I don't know. My mom's, hers is getting much worse, and she hasn't lived in New York in years.
Really?
That's true.
See,
Your
I have a
mom's
New
is getting
Jersey
worse.
Jewish mom.
Yeah.
But now she's become a California, so it's not that. It's not. But when I was growing up, it was a little more.
Yeah.
So I kind of adopted this New York kind of thing for being from. But yeah, it's in our DNA, man.
I know. I don't.
Are you still scrolling, Sydney?
Dude,
We don't
I
have
don't
to
know
do
what you
this.
want here.
Okay, I just wanted one comment that was like, "Can I bend you over and buy you a wedding?"
I mean,
gown?"
most of them are like, can I
Lead with that.
can I smell your farts?
Yeah.
I would
Lovely.
drag my balls through 3 miles of glass to suck your dad's dick. I get
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
I get
The fuck?
yeah, I get a lot.
Yikos.
A lot of weird
Here, you
shit
want to know
like
what
that.
I get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You suck, dude.
You're not funny.
Yeah. You're not funny anymore. Bring back Tweaker Rodrigo. That's all I get.
That's so weird. Someone told me I had. They were
Tweaker
like,
Rodrigo
"This is
is
it."
cool, though.
They
Yeah.
said you have big hands, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh
she
my
got that
God.
twice now.
I was like, what?
Twice.
What?
I don't know. I was like,
I don't even think your hands
Thanks.
are that
is
big.
Is that a backhanded
I
compliment?
don't know.
Yes.
And this is like what I'm struggling with. I'm like,
You know what I get
like
sometimes?
they're proportional to
I
my
don't-
body.
To your
Yeah,
body,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
She's got
So-
long
I
legs,
never even
people.
thought about
Jesus.
it.
I forget. I said something to Queen Latifah on Scary Movie 3 that it came out so wrong. I'm like, when am I going to shut up? And I said something like, oh, yeah, because I said something like, man, yeah, something along the lines of, man, yeah, guys don't like girls with big feet. And then she looked at me like, what's that supposed to mean? Because she's a big
Yeah.
woman. And I'm like, no, I didn't mean, and I just was like, when am I going to shut up? And I wasn't talking about her. I was just in general. But
Yeah.
she's like, but hers were proportionate to her.
Yeah.
It's
She's
Queen
probably-
Latifah. She's a
Yeah, it's
queen.
fine.
She
Yeah.
can have big queen feet.
She can get
Exactly.
custom made shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a
For
goddamn queen.
Whatever the fuck she wants, she gets.
Yeah. Well, you know what I get that people do that's people don't realize is like they don't realize what they're saying is they'll come up, they'll be like, oh man, dude, where you been, man?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what have you been doing? Like I'm just like, I guess I don't know. My career's
I
over.
thought I was
don't know.
here.
Like, what are you
Yeah,
saying? You know, or they'd be like, what happened to you, man?
Oh, that's
Or like,
so-
or the best is
that's bad.
the one that I get in the hood all the time is, hey, what you come out in?
What does that
I always get,
mean?
what do you come out in? Like, what have you been in? And I know
Oh.
they mean like,
Yeah.
you know, it'll
Oh,
be like
wow.
a Scary Movie 3 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
worst.
But then I have to go through the resume of what I've been. I'm
Yeah.
like, I got to guess by the person what they've seen. Like
Yeah.
if it's an old white lady, it's Felicity or something. If it's a young urban person, it's probably Scary
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah.
If it's a skater, white dude, it's dirty. Like, you know what I mean? I got to
Yeah.
gauge it, and then
Sure.
I'm just rattling off
Pitch
the
it.
shit. They're like, no,
Never
that's
heard
not.
of
I don't
it.
know how I know you, and I'm just look like a dick.
You're like,
That's
cool.
the
All right.
worst.
Good seeing you, man.
Hey, what you come out in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that question. Like, what are you doing?
Hey, the best one I saw was me and Andy Melanakis were in Oakland and at a taco truck in a very bad neighborhood, and this car rolls up and it gets out and he goes, you know what's crazy? You Andy Melanakis. And he's like, yeah. And it was just the coolest way to,
That
it was
is
just so
hilarious.
awesome. He was just
Yeah.
like, it was so matter of fact.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's crazy? You Andy.
That is crazy.
You're that
It
guy.
was really funny.
Yeah,
That's
damn.
pretty good.
Because he's very recognizable. Like, you ain't missing
Yeah.
Andy Melanakis.
Yeah.
True.
I might blend in a little more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know where this is going, but
It's all
Andy
right.
I guess this all
Melanakis.
goes back
You
to
know
the
what
cat-
we were talking about earlier
Let's
was
hear it.
that we
Banana
think
dick.
that- I know,
What?
banana dick as well.
What, a curved dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're-
Oh, thank you for getting that. I
God.
made that up, but I'm glad it's catching on.
I don't want to picture that.
No, just like you know how some of Sydney, she
We were
opened a lot
talking
of her
about it.
Snapchats, and she found that the penis is
Yeah, there's
curved
different.
dick?
I decided that there is a
Might be
whole
better.
thing about.
For the G spot.
So we talked
We've
about that
been
today as well.
theorizing.
So apparently, there's a lot more dudes with curved dicks than assumed. And if you don't have a curved dick, most likely you'll send a video of yourself jacking off. Just FYI, on the
What?
Snap game, on the dick DMs.
Snapchat's so sexual.
So
really is.
anyway, so I was like, I think that if you have a curved dick, I think it's from like lazy jacking off. Like, do you just
No,
breaking the
really?
wrist?
Maybe.
And then we found out
Are
that
you
that's
born-
not true.
Well, I
It's a
thought-
whole
Banana dick's
thing.
genetic.
Yeah.
you're born with it. Banana dick.
Yeah.
I kind
You were
of
close.
I spilled on my face. I think you're born with banana dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think because
Is
it just
zucchini
seemed-
dick better than banana dick?
Zucchinis are straight, first of all,
Right,
and
that's
thicker.
what I mean. So
or not
better
thicker.
than a curved thinny?
I mean,
A curved
yeah,
finny. We're
I would
talking
assume
thick
so.
Twizzler.
Yeah.
Well, not that thin, but like I picture most curvies to be like skinny dicks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd need some
I
photos.
would say that curved dicks are usually definitely thinner.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
so
less
banana dicks are
wide,
thin. Okay, so
for sure.
whenever I go to like the spa or the gym and you're in a men's room, I want to preface this by saying,
We had a question
Oh,
too.
tell me.
So now
Ask
that
me.
you're talking about in the locker room, if you have a banana dick, does it stay banana?
Oh, yeah. Does it stay?
wow.
Or
When
is
it's
it,
not.
I think it gets banana.
It does. It's not.
I don't know.
It's not flaccid
but
banana.
I think it gets banana.
I think it
Oh,
gets
good.
straight.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, right?
That was. Yeah, we have a lot of speculation going on as women.
Yeah.
What
I would-
happened?
We don't know
Well,
what's going on with dicks. We're just like
I'm
trying
not
to
a
figure it
banana
out.
boy, so I can't tell you, but I have a feeling. Well, that sounded wrong. The word.
Well, I'm saying you were in the locker room, like you've seen
so
some
I see
dicks.
other
Is what I'm
penises,
saying.
and
Yeah.
I always, and it's so hard to not look, and it's
Yeah.
not that I want to see, but it's like you want to kind of just instinctively see who you're competing
Yeah,
against
of
in the world
course.
and what they're working with. So you just, and then you get caught looking, you're trying to play it up, but I'm like, I'm not trying to look at you, but fuck, and it's so hard.
I hope
to
you
not,
say all of this.
Yeah.
to
I say
that
this,
person.
and then
Just
I
trying to
get
make
banned
sure,
from every spa in town. No,
That's great.
but I've noticed that that's hard to do. Is like just to you graze across and you don't want to make eye contact with the man, and
Yeah.
it's just this whole thing. And then bananas are everywhere. Soft
dicks.
bananas.
Soft bananas.
Man,
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I was wondering,
What?
because there's a lot of stuff I would do if I had a penis. Like I'd put googly eyes on it and like shake it around.
That's
you
fun.
know.
Yeah.
But do you do
like
that?
would you tape them on? Because that would hurt.
I think you can like do the little
Oh,
peel.
little
It's
adhesive, like
yeah,
gum maybe
it's
or
like
something.
soft.
Yeah.
You know, it's for like children's
That's
crafts.
cute.
But do you do that, or are you just
I've
bored
never
with
put
it?
googly eyes on my dick.
You're just not.
No, I haven't.
But don't you think that would be funny to just set up like an entire scene,
Do a
like get a
coffee table
shoebox
book.
and just stick your dick
Yeah.
in it, and it's like a whole scene of something,
I
and
bet
then
you that's
just
out
your
there.
dick.
I'm sure you could
I'm
Google
sure
it.
there
I'm
is.
sure that's out there.
Yeah,
That's- yeah.
And
the
if it
full
was-
hat and googly
We were
eyes
thinking
set up
like
here.
a fun thing to do for YouTube would be to like dress it up as much to see if it would get flagged. You know what I mean? Like how much can I disguise my penis?
Yeah. Like
before
when
it
you go
gets
upside
flagged.
down with your face and
Yes,
draw,
just
but
like
you
that.
could do it with the balls in a
Yes.
dick, and it'd be like, "What's this weird man? Oh, that's a dick upside down. Delete." You know?
Yeah, exactly.
See how long you get, but then you probably get banned from, or
Yeah,
they might delete your
probably,
account.
yeah.
But it would be a social experiment.
Yeah.
I remember this one guy, this comedian, did a thing for a while where he would. And it would take so long for him to get in trouble. I forget who did this, but he would like have a picture of him, like take a selfie wearing sunglasses, and if you really looked in the reflection of the sunglasses, was like the picture of a dick on his screen.
hilarious.
And it was
Oh.
like you'd have to catch it, and it would
love
last a
that.
while, and then finally they'd catch it, or it'd be like in the rear view
good.
mirror next
See,
to
that's
him.
like
He would-
perfect. That's
it
funny.
Was really
That's- yeah.
funny.
It was
I
clever.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
I think you should start trying it, Nick.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have a penis.
I know, but like
Do you
you
guys
could
suffer
find
from
one. You could put
pseudo-penis
it in
envy?
the.
I do.
Do you ever want like
Always.
wonder
I
what
have
it's
to
like?
pee so this isn't like me coming out as like trying to transition or anything, but I have to pee a lot, and I just feel like it'd be much more convenient if I had a penis.
Oh yeah, you guys got to
Do you know what I
squat
mean?
and wipe.
It's
It's
a
a
whole
whole thing.
fucking
It's so
production.
easy being a guy. It's so
That's-
different.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being a woman. It would be. If I was a woman, I probably would just play with myself all the time. But that's because I'm a guy and I want to
That's
play
what
with
you would
that's-
assume as a dude, though,
Yeah,
too.
that's- I
like
mean-
as a girl, as a dude, I'd be like, oh, I just got
But
a
I'd be like, I'm
dick
so
between
hot.
my
I'm a
legs all the
chick.
time.
Look at these
Tits.
tits. Yeah. I'd be like, look, guys aren't hot. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just because I'm a straight man.
Yeah,
but
so-
with a straight dick. So there's lots.
With the straight thing.
Yeah,
no banana dicks.
No
Let's
banana
clear that up real quick.
Just to clarify.
We're just.
I think
this
I'd be
is,
a
you guys are the
bomb.
best guests because we could just go there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great chemistry.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
No,
I
really.
think I'd be a good dude, though.
Yeah.
I'd be a.
Will you
I
be-
think I would have a big dick.
You know why you'd be a good dude? Because you would never break anything in an argument.
No.
Because
Yeah.
you're so calm.
Yeah.
Like I, in the past, was the guy, and I've worked on this, and I've actually gotten a lot better. As much as I've gotten neurotic as I've gotten older, I've gotten to control my temper so much better. I used to be the guy that would like break shit and slam a door
Yeah.
when I was younger, and now like if I got a parking ticket, I'd scream, and I got a parking
Throw
ticket the
your
other
phone.
day, and I didn't even feel anything. I was just like, oh, I'm
Interesting.
growing. Another thing happened the other day that would have normally upset me. That like something happened, like I couldn't find my wallet, and I was like normally that feeling of like, oh shit, my
Yeah.
wallet, and I'm like, if I lost it, I lost it. And then like it turned up, and I was like, oh, I didn't. Yeah, I'm
Wow.
grown. I'm
The
an
way
adult.
you said that was just so like, listen,
I'm
I'm,
so
I'm
adult.
growing the fuck up,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
It took a long
Listen.
time, but
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know how I got to this point, but I've calmed down a little bit. I'm still neurotic, but not angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad if you're
You
neurotic and
motherfuckers.
angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad
But you
combination.
can do a lot of damage that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've just gotten better.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Have you ever slapped a man across the face?
No.
I jump kicked. one.
Really?
I punched
It was
someone
necessary.
in the face, but he
You
knocked me
punched
out.
him?
You ever
Oh
kick
yeah,
a man
you
in the
told me
nuts?
about that.
Yeah,
I don't kick people in the nuts. I
I
don't slap people. I don't.
No.
I don't really do any of those things.
Would-
I don't break things in the house.
That's
we
what
don't
I'm saying.
break
You'd be a
things.
good boyfriend.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, even if I was like at my max crazy, like
When
we
was
don't
Max
break
crazy?
things.
High school?
No, probably like the first year I moved here.
Did you ever
Just
have
because
teachers
somebody
that
else,
hit on you?
I feel like somebody else made me
Yes.
crazy. Yeah, I
Teachers
did.
hit on you?
Yeah.
Because I could imagine you girls in
I
high
thought
school
about
were
it after.
very far ahead of your years. Because I know women in high school are like 17-year-old girls that are plumptuous. Is that a word? Plumptuous prime?
Voluptuous.
That you would already have adult men. And was there any hot? Did you ever have in your high school a teacher fuck a student? Because I had one in mine.
I
didn't.
did, but she had just graduated and went to college, but he went there and
wow.
had sex with her and then came
So
back.
it
And
was
she used to
legal?
sell muffins. She used to go on the news and be like, "We're selling mouth-watering muffins."
Okay, so-
and then he came back and people were like, "We heard you had her mouth-watering muffins."
Oh
Yeah,
my
what a pitch.
God.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was crazy.
So there was one of our high school football players fucked with a woman teacher.
Wow.
Oh, a lady teacher.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, nowadays it's mostly women teachers fucking the boys.
Yeah,
and
I've
they're
noticed
almost
that.
kind of attractive. Some of them, you're like, "What are you doing, lady?"
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Like not hot, but they're like, "Well, that's like, what do you could go get some real adult
yeah,
penis."
Yeah.
Yeah. That interesting. That is weird that took quite the turn. I don't know.
Took quite the banana dick turn.
Banana dick
Yeah.
turn. I don't know.
I think dudes are just too scared to fuck their students now. Unless you're
Yeah.
in
Well,
college, like
right.
you can't fuck, like especially high school girls. I don't feel like it's gonna work out. But
Yeah, it's
a
bad.
woman doing a man in high school, like
I feel like
probably get away with
I feel
it,
like
you
you worry
know?
more about the dads. You know what I mean? Like if you were a male teacher and you were looking at like a young lady,
Right.
Yeah.
Like the dad is like right. She lives with her dad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that guy will probably kill you. Probably unless you're me.
yeah.
And here's
And you
another
don't.
here's another thing. As a man, I want to. Do you guys have good relationships?
I
with,
caught that. That was really
I know.
good.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I think I missed something. No, I know it's called Sorry Mom.
Yeah.
Would Sorry Dad be an appropriate title? Because do you guys have a good relationship with your father?
My dad's dead.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I
Okay, we
know.
talked about this.
Yeah, I wanted
Did
to.
you? Were you guys good? Were you guys had a good relationship? Were you guys you and your father?
Yeah, kind of when he like wasn't on drugs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a
Yeah.
big issue I always noticed is that when you meet a woman, what's your relationship with your father? Because if there's something like fuck him, you
yeah.
better maybe want to
Yeah.
walk on thin ice
What if
because it could affect your relationship with that woman.
What if it's like not applicable? Just
Yeah.
NA.
NA.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
box.
I guess you
Yeah.
know what? I think at the end of the
I think
day,
that's
all
more
these things are
neutral, at least.
situational.
Yeah, that's
It depends
true.
on the.
Yeah.
There's so many. It's not binary. It's not black and white. There's gray area and all of these things.
And it's like your dad didn't leave, like he died.
Well, they
You
were
know what I mean?
divorced.
Well,
Still.
but do you know what I mean though?
Yeah.
Like there
No.
wasn't like a big moment of like he left. Fuck it. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
there was, but
See, that's what I have the dad issues. Dad left.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
paid child support. Was one of those dads.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
was around. So,
Bad
but now,
dad.
but we've bridged the gap,
Oh,
and now
really?
we're cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I recently, we had the talk, and now we're cool.
Yeah.
Now we can hang
That's
out, and
nice.
it's changed. But
cool.
it was a lot of years of resentment, and affected my relationships
Yeah.
was because there's this dad thing, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's it's interesting how much your parents got. You don't realize have this subconscious effect on your relationships with the
Oh
significant.
God,
other.
yes. Everything that you do.
It's like obvious, but like when you really think about it, it's like whoa, you know.
yeah.
I do think it like men and their moms is a big relationship that you need to
Yeah.
like be
My
like,
mom
so
always
how are
told
you
me
with your
that.
mom?
Yeah, if they're
Yeah.
like fuck my mom, you're gonna be like later, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
Or if they love their mom too
Like
much.
Eminem mom hate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But it made him a good rapper.
It sure
Absolutely.
did. And
so
Kim.
thank you for Eminem for hating your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kim and all the other people that you hate.
Now he seems
Yeah.
less angry. I don't feel like he's as pissed off anymore.
Yeah, now
And
he
his-
just
I don't-
talks about
I don't
political
like-
shit, and I don't really
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
not the
I'm like,
same.
can we talk about back
Look
to
at
the
that. I looked
street
at my
stuff?
phone and timer went off.
Oh,
As I looked, that's the
Oh.
kind of things that I'm doing lately. I'm what you call a
manifesting.
psychic magical wizard.
Oh, psychic. You're
What was
just
that
adding
before?
more. You were just a magical wizard
magical.
before,
Okay.
but now
No,
you're
but
psychic
I
as
thought I was
well.
an ancient wizard.
Oh,
yeah,
ancient
you're an ancient
wizard,
wizard.
right.
There you go.
Ancient magical psychic wizard.
You girls are the most fun ever. I wish you didn't have to leave
I
this
know.
early. We could do. Let's do
Sorry.
another one.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
continue this
Yeah.
banana dick conversation.
I love it.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I want to have you guys back on for banana dick part 2. I'm going to call this episode banana dick.
Amazing.
You know
Right.
that's the title.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Or banana dicks plural.
It's got appeal.
On that note,
I would drop this mic if it wasn't attached.
you guys are
The
awesome.
high five
So,
segment. On the high five, we should go on
We're
that.
going to leave it at that so everyone could follow and look at your beauty at
Oh, at Nikki NIKKI _ HOWARD.
and
Sydney, SYDNEY, A Mailer, MALER.
the underscore. Do you wish you didn't have it?
No, I mean, it's
I
fine.
feel like it's an old thing that let's try to get you that get underscore out of there. I don't like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
But our podcast is Sorry Mom Podcast.
Yes, Sorry Mom.
So
we're on all the stuff. YouTube.
we're on
Yeah,
all the
it's great.
platforms, yeah.
You guys are really fun, and you guys have a great, majestic energy. You're
Simon's
wizards.
on there. He's
We're
funny
wizards.
too.
We
If
had
you
a
want to
great
see
talk.
more
Yes,
of
we
him.
did.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you, girls. We'll do
Thank
Banana
you.
Dick Part 2 soon. Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
Thanks.